Welcome to another episode of the Daily Dose Plus. Today we have very serious conversation. We're going to have very serious conversations regarding the drug abuse in the country, especially regarding the Kush. And we have One Pac today and his madam, Mrs. Diane, and we have Amie Kolleh as well. So these are people that are heavily involved in advocating for or speaking against drug abuse and some of these toxic elements that are coming into our society. Thank you guys for joining us today.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
We'll start with Mrs. Kolleh or Miss Kolleh. Please introduce yourself. Tell us some of the projects you're involved in, and things that you've done and your experience out in the field.
Thank you so much, Ganda. If I'm right, Ganda.
Yes.
I'm so pleased to be here. Yes, as you rightly mentioned, I am Amie Kolleh.
Yeah.
I've been on the advocacy program for quite a long time, not too much, but because of the enthusiasm I got from recent job I was doing.
Yeah.
So as you know, recently I am a social worker, but first I was with the Supportive Activist Foundation, which is known as now the International Voluntary Mental Health Organization, which has just officially launched their organization. I was there as an invite and also as the MC on that day. So it was just amazing experience I gained from that organization, which I will always be proud of, because they are the reason why I am talking about mental health. Because when you talk about mental health, it's like I always say in all of my social media handles, mental health is everybody's problem. It's everybody's business, because at some point in time, everybody has experienced that. So regarding my experience with mental health in that organization, we have quite some very interesting projects that I was working with them. So it's like this project really motivated me to be deeply in part of changing the lives of individuals. Because when you look at as a social worker, you deeply involve yourself with the lives of individuals, and you will not know how mental health is affecting individuals unless you go through the raw data, face-to-face interviews and asking questions, assessing them. So through all this experience and as of where I am today, it's really something that I'm so much involved. Yes, and recently I've operated trying to be more versatile in that area. I have a page called Green Therapy, where I talk about mental health, inspirational videos, handles like shorts on YouTube as well. So people are quite following. It's very interesting. And throughout my journey in this recent years, I have people that come to me. Even before I was engaging in this mental health work officially, I was doing it like a hobby. Because I enjoy, or I build interest, like motivating people. I have so many people around me that I can see change their lives, because I am that person. Like, if you are not happy around me, I have that feeling that you needed to talk to someone. So as we move forward, I think I will talk much more on that. Yeah.
So from your experience on advocating, like trying to raise awareness on mental health, because there's a I'm trying to find a way to word it properly. There is conversations go around that kind of we had a few guests recently, who were from the Tanka. Both of them work from Tanka. And they were saying exactly what you were saying, like kind of just delving on mental health issues, like some of the, how would I put it, some of the diagnosis and some of the signs. And what they mentioned was, when it comes to, like, say, the mental health of men, there's not much avenue. Because I guess this also comes at men's own
way of
exactly just handling some of these issues.
Especially
they don't really discuss talk about that, they don't really. And I think it has to do something with you don't want to look vulnerable because you're expected to be this strong person. So with your experience, like, have you encountered this problem?
Of course. When you look at men's side of mental health, it's kind of a complicated issue and sensitive also, because men, their mindset, and women is very big. There is a very big difference. Some will see it as vulnerability when they open up to people and talk about their vulnerable side of them, because everybody goes through mental health lapses. But when it comes to men, some people are ready. They are not ready to open up. Unlike women, that's kind of a being that can discuss anything they are going through with someone they trust or feel comfortable with to talk about their problem. But in the side of men, it's a real thing. It's a rare thing. But unless you are so much an understanding person that is very much into inclining of these mental health issues, people like me, I've dealt with so many men when regarding to their mental health, because I understand the soft stuff. Unless also they feel comfortable and secure around you to talk about it, but it's not something that they always open up about. It's like some people, their understanding on mental health, as I always say, is not much of a topic that people talk about in the side of men. They see as a vulnerable, like they see themselves as weak individuals. So it's like they keep it more of a secret to deal with them in silence than to come open and talk about it. Yes.
Do you think it has something to do with the way your society is structured? Like some of the pressures to just be the protector, the provider,
of course,
just this individual that is almost like Superman.
Of course,
you cannot show any signs of weakness.
Yeah.
Like, do you think this has something to do with the society, but also the home, some of the way they are basically raised?
Yeah, I think the environment. When we talk about the environment, we have the home, the society, and we are the home, we are the society. So how men are brought up is different from how women are brought up. So when you are like how a man is brought up, like in the sense in our local language, they will say yo gornga, even if you are showing of weakness of signs that you are exhausted, like fatigue, you needed some kind of help. You are not in that state to show up because of what is gonna happen. Like you are not given that respect. It's like it's so crazy at that part. Like they are not. Maybe it has to be with how they are brought up, because there is a sense of difference between how women and men are brought up. So it's just a kind of being in control of feeling that power of you are strong enough to take part, to be on your sense of taking anything that comes to your way. But in reality, it's not. You are dying in the inside. You needed some kind of help, But because of that vulnerability, you don't want to be judged. That is the thing. If you are that person who wants to be like an open-minded individual, want to talk about mental health issues, you'll be judged in the society. Like you are, they are stigmatized. You will not be seen as that of a man that the society see at that top level to control things or to handle even a family. So there are a lot of things that are inclined to those areas. That's why I say it's kind of sensitive. But men are really suffering. I'm dealing with so many of them. So unless they talk to you, you know what they are going through, really. Yeah.
I mean, someone like you who is in the field, who have first-hand data on some of these issues, but also given the fact that you understand the stigma behind mental issues towards men, why is it that there's no avenues? Like, you don't really see, say, people advocating for men's mental health? Because the reason why I'm putting this out, if we look at these statistics, most of the people that are in jail, they are men. Most of the people that are abusing drugs are men. Criminals, most of the criminals that we have in the country are men. And I refuse to believe men are inherently bad. I think there are underlying issues that are not being addressed. But you don't really see organizations or people that are advocating that are really having these conversations about men's mental issues. And why do you think that is?
Well, to my understanding, I think mental health in general should be operated indiscriminately. But as you said, they don't have that avenue. Or let's come back to the mindset of understanding mental health. So in general, even in recent time, when we talk of mental health, it's like it's placed on the women's side only. And women, they are the most resilient individuals that you could ever have. A woman can go through something unless she doesn't want you to know. But men, as I said, on the other side, I think it has to be on the mindset, and there are no rooms to talk about their mental health. But in the most correct way to discuss or to deal about mental health, it should be on indiscriminately on the equal part, because we are all, as far as we are human being, everybody is going through mental health at some point in their lifetime.
I mean, I do agree. Just individuals in general, regardless of gender, there's so much that people are going through.
Of course.
And there's much help needed. But at the same time, it's like there's this illusion or notion that men are not going through as much compared to, say, women. This is also not to disregard women's struggles. It's a fact that women are also having their struggles. But what baffles me, it's the fact that men's mental issues are not really talked about, or men's struggles are not really the subject of conversations. And someone like you that's in the field, we need to have more conversations about these things.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, society is occupied by there's that aspect. But at the same time, society is occupied by people, both men and women. And if one, say, gender is struggling, it has an effect in society at large, because given the nature of men, and given the fact that crimes are committed by men, and people that are in jail are mostly men, this is affecting society.
Of course.
Right? But we need to create avenues where we can discuss some of these issues that our men are going through on a root level, to understand where the problems are and how we can fix them. So I will just turn to One Pac, because he has experienced a lot. And you're someone that has, I don't want to speak on your story. Maybe you can just tell us some of the...
Long story short, I've been there, done there.
You've been there, done there.
Yeah,
just walk us through some of the struggles that you've undergone as a...
Yeah, as well as you were stating, the main problem here is the stigmatization within ourselves and in our society. Pertaining to a particular victim that will be victimized either in drug influence or in mental issues, as you're speaking, you get me? But for the male child, man, if you just diffuse a little bit, instead of supporting you, bringing you on track, you will be isolated, devastated. Long story short, I think the main problem is we've been stigmatized, and we're living in a very virgin community and society when it comes to awareness. You get me? Because a lot of people are here today residing in Tanka even. They shouldn't be there. They need community
community engagement.
This is what I'm saying. They need community engagements. You get me? They are minors. Their issues are minors, and if you don't have someone to look back onto your shoulder, like if I want to take the chips over there, even I want to chew that chip, but I didn't get nobody to say, hey, Mr. X is over there, or Mrs. Y is over there. If I do that, you need to have someone you care. You get me? But here, you don't see, apart from our parents even, you get me? And there are ways our parents even brought us up. That care and that fear and that considering of them with courtesy, fear, You know what I mean? It would be never there because they have to insert that in you. You know what I mean? How would they insert that in you? Is like they have to show you utmost love, care. You get me? For better or for worse. But does it mean that you two have to take that as granted? You, the individual, saying I should be doing wrongs or awful things, my mother or papa or parents will still love me. Nah. But you have to provide, you know what I mean, an environment of here for your kid or child. I don't know whether you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
You have to insert that fear, either by threatening him or putting his or her basic or major need online and stake. You know what I mean, for him or her, you know what I mean, not to pass this line that you will be drawn not to pass. But if you don't get, you must have a collateral. You know what I mean, that your child will be looking up to you of when he or she misbehave or do the right or the wrong. You get me? But here instead, you know what I mean, you, as he said, you know what I mean, we all pass through mental issues once in our lives. But if yours surfaces, you get me, the first people who will adduce to your problem would be your family. You get me? Your community, your society, your friends. You get me? Your calibers you roll with, you know what I mean? Meets and kinds, you get me? But those are offensive judgments, you know what I mean, towards you. But if your defenders offend you, who will defend you, my brother?
Agreed.
You get me?
Yeah.
And who are those defenders? That's your family. Charity begins at home. If I come with such a mental disorder, which is just getting fresh and it's like to news to everybody, man. Instead, you embrace me or you even come engage me. You know what I mean, put me in a corner, ask me my problem. You get me? Everybody needs someone to talk to, bro. So lacking of that too, you know what I mean, adduce to these mental issues. It brings, you know what I mean, aggression. You get me? You became aggressive. You became careless. You get me? You became like, man, it is what it is. This is the mind you will get. And at the end of the day, what people say, had I known, will lead to the street of, I don't know, whatever. But there's no had I known, man. We just fix these things there. It's no joke, you know what I mean? This vulnerability has to be stopped. If you want to protect the undefiled brain and you want to, you know what I mean, advocate to your young ones, you know what I mean, and you want to protect, you know what I mean, people and everybody not to take the road to chant when you are miraculously out there. You think I'm safe? Me personally, let me take the example of me. You get me? Being into rough intoxicants and all that, you get me? Even you, I don't admit it, know that too, honestly, I'm mentally diffused, man. You get me? And going through what I've been through during my youth, you know what I mean, thinking they are the right thing, which has led to my previous demises and incarceration and serving long time with that pressure, that mentality, bro. You think it's easy, like the sister said. We are dying, but we don't know. But who are killing us? You know what I mean? We ourselves are killing ourselves. You get me? Within ourselves. You know what I mean? With ourselves. You get me? We are not giving chance. In Gambia, you know what I mean? Because this is where I am, this is where I know. In Gambia, if you are a fighter, people recognize you in fighting. Even you became a lifesaver or a savior, they will never credit you for it. They will just be calling you your past. And that's too depressing, bro. You get me? You're trying to paint your wall to a white wall from black. You're seeing stains, man. From you drew your brush down, before getting it up on the other side, you see stains coming on it. Man, come on. You think you're going to be happy with that work? At the end of the day, man, if you're not perseverance and you're not just a go-getter of what you want to be or get, you're just going to quit, bro. You get me? So there comes discouragement to one's mental healing even. You get me? The person has to be spiritual connected with the opponent he or she might be talking to or talking with. You know what I mean? To be encouraged spiritually, mentally, that you somebody. But how could you want to bring someone on track whom is off track? You know what I mean? Identically, he's off track. You get me? But how can you bring him on track when you're just looking him like and letting him know you off track, making him believe you off track? And you being the well person or well-minded, and he or she being the, you know what I mean, mental person, you get me? Who wants to be off track? Nobody. We all want to be better person. We all want to be celebrated. We all want to be embraced. We all want to be, you know what I mean, mingle and mixed with each other. But there you get the forced isolation. Obviously, you see it to yourself before anybody will tell you. They make you believe that you know well. They make you believe that you don't worth it. They make you believe that you nobody, you lose it. In addition to your mental issues, bro, that's another torture, man, another pressure, man. When will you be healed, bro?
Yeah.
Who will you deem fit to look into eye and say, let me open up and, you know what I mean, pour my heart out for this guy? So that trust gaining is lacking.
So do you think what you've gone through and like you're saying,
You're gonna be specific. I'm on your platform, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm
like Bulmarus.
Bulwari.
It's no more me. This is national interest.
We're trying to get as much information out of you as possible because at the end of the day, you are a public figure and you do have a role to play.
That's what they say.
No, you have a responsibility. And for someone that have gone through everything that you've gone through, you are the perfect person, especially coming out of that lifestyle. You are the perfect person to talk to the youths that are actually stuck because you can connect with them at a level that...
it coincides, with the topic you brought in.
Exactly.
But I've been through all that.
And I understand, and I know that.
Mentally, you know what I mean? And from the streetwise and all that, you get me? You know what I mean?
And this is why my next question would be, do you think everything you've gone through and the lack of an avenue to express yourself or to get help, do you think is the same thing that the current youths are going through and the only thing they can turn to is drugs?
Nah, it's not only on drugs, but the lack of avenue you're saying, there are avenues here, but people administering those avenues are not lining the right candidates for those avenues. So those avenues are just like hustle avenues. You understand what I'm saying?
What do you mean by that?
People are masterminding or leading those avenues, you know what I mean, to reach to this what brings this dialogue or this session will be the same people, you know what I mean, hustling for their heads. They are there for their pockets, bro. So even the avenue is there, you know what I mean, it is one-sided. You know what I mean? And if it is one-sided, bro, you know what I mean, it's just from, it's like monkey walk, baboon eat, man. It's like extorting on people's problems and reaching yourself, which is so corrupt. So the lack of the avenues pertaining to such issues are not being showcased or not. Even if you don't highlight some things like this. Some of the issues you mentioned here, they are news to me. You understand what I'm saying? And when they are the first and, you know what I mean, most strongest pillars of a developing nation. But if, man, our unhealthy nation is a dead nation, bro. You get me? And now the youths, as you're saying, when we're talking about the youth, let me go to the streets. I was on the streets. I was a victim of this illicit substances. You get me? Not like a tester. No, I was a consumer, bro.
You were in it.
I was in it, bro. I don't like being in it whilst in it. You get me? But I thank God I have to recognize myself that I'm in this alone. You get me? Physically. You get me? But mentally, I'm harming my mother in it. Because if I'm black or white, she will always be my mother. You get me? I do bad or good, she will tell me the truth of doing the bad, not to do it. And if I do good, she is the first to be happy. So with my merits and demerits, she is always there by my side. You get me? That's when I didn't get a partner. You get me? Because I gotta consider my lines. You get me? Yeah. If I had to give only my mother the credit, that's the past.
Yeah.
Yet still she is in the picture. But it's like my wife has to be her substitute of filling a lot of gaps that I will be calling her to come and fill.
Yeah.
So I have to be mindful when I'm giving my credit so people can, people just take words and
Chop it and make it sound like
So
you're saying
it is,
something
yeah.
that you're not.
yeah.
So,
You will be hurting people around you with definite love for you. You get me?
yeah.
And those the same people will distance themselves from you. If they try to reach you, they can't get you. At the end of the day, you say, I'm the most hated one on my block or street or family or whatever. Nah, you betray the trust. But you just don't jump and betray the trust. These are bad influences who has influenced you to be doing what causes you to be betraying the trust, or you to betray the trust of people around you who love you, that you feel hate and considered, that makes you wild inside, feeling lonely, isolated even,
Yeah.
or marked aside. You get me? But we go back, let me be relevant. Like we go back on track, like this avenue thing of this mental issues and all that, how we will be reaching them. Bro, you can send only a ninja to a ninja. Pertaining to drugs or these health issues, you get me? Wanting to talk to similar types and people on the mental problems or depressions or whatsoever, yeah? You can always only send an X of a particular topic or a particular issue you want to address to a person living the life. You get me? So I being here is like, thank you very much. At least I have +1 chance to talk to people about what's the side effect of drug. When we say drug, we don't say cocaine and only that. No, when we say drugs are general words for intoxic substances and whatsoever, or explicit substances. You get me? But at least I can say 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? From that part, I can talk about how it feels to be pointed with back. You see that stigma thing you're talking about. You get me? Yeah, it's the worst thing that is even encouraging and pushing youths into believing that they're not.
Yeah.
Once you even go to jail, bro, you have a problem here. Even you drive a car, accidentally hit a pole, you've been to jail for that. When you come, bro, you need to be extra strong than before.
You're seen differently.
Boy, bro, they will stigmatize you, man, till you feel like you shit. You understand what I'm saying? We are not giving chance to each other. Not the parents to their children right now, not even to find love. And let me help you here. We call a lot of people crazy people. They are crazy with love. They lack that. This is very important. It's the most quick, and it's the quickest prescription that you can prescribe to one you will be calling mental unstable person.
So basically, I mean, also given the data that most of the mentally ill people.
Hope I'm on track.
No, you're on track. So my it's a follow-up question on what you're saying. So basically, what you're saying is, some of these mentally ill patients, it's not entirely on what it is that they're consuming, but you're saying because they are not loved. Is that what you're saying?
It's part of it. It's part of it. Bro, attention will make you do good. Attention will make you leave doing bad.
Agreed.
But if you lack it, bro, it's frustrating and depressing, man.
Do you think men are not loved enough in society?
Nowadays, men are loved based on their benefit and what they can put on the table.
So, there's a statement by a comedian. He said something, and a lot of people felt offended by what he said. But if you analyze the statement, it makes sense. He said, the only people that are loved unconditionally is women, children, and dogs. These are the only individuals in society. I mean, if you're a cat person, then you can include cats or other animals. But these are the people that are loved unconditional. They don't need to provide, and they don't need to put anything on the table, like you're saying, to be loved. But as men in society, I for one, I can attest to that. You only start getting attention and love if you can provide. I have nephews, I have some cousins that are basically alienated because, well, first of all, they chose a different lifestyle, but secondly, it's clear it's because they don't provide anything.
So that mentality.
So I mean, this is a statement that people can do with what they will, but this is just the fact. And I think as men, they would understand this statement. And it's like I 100% agree with you. I think
Bro, me,
the lack of love.
I'm not gonna be shy like I'm sitting on a camera. I just don't wanna be saying, or I feel sorry for parents out there to be producing, previous One Pac.
Yeah.
You get me? So I think I have to share my bitter experience, man, to protect the undefiled brain. You know what I mean? But talking to parents, man, let them give chance, man.
Should have put so much pressure on these youths.
Yeah.
It's too many expectations to a point where if you're not, providing, I guess you're looked at as you're a nobody. You're not worth it. Like you were saying. I think. I cannot agree more. We do need to show love to the youths. We do need to appreciate them. We do need to motivate. We do need to push.
To engage them, bro.
Yeah.
Because at the way the country is going right now is at the climax of necessary engagement physically to one another or to these small kids coming up. You get me?
So, and speaking of that, the individuals that are contributing to basically harming the youths, like the guys that are selling some of these harmful substances.
Okay.
Because we've heard from you where you actually pointed out someone that was selling.
Yeah, a few names maybe.
These drugs to the police, right? Which is something very commendable. Not a lot of people will do that. How was that process like? Were you scared that some of these people that you're pointing out their names would come and attack you, harm your family, or you didn't really care?
I thank God for putting one thing in me. If I don't lie, I'm not scared. And if I deem a fate that I'm not having no sin with me and you onto what I'm doing, I'm not scared.
Yeah.
You get me? Yeah, the guts of the kind of guts I have in my past to be doing felony acts. You get me? I think when it comes to to be part of national development and to save, 10 out of 100, I don't have to be scared about it. And I was a victim of what I'm fighting, so I owe nobody an apology, because it's not personal. You get me? It's general interest and benefits. You get me? If you listen to me, then you will get out of it. Not my family anymore. You get me? I just got a daughter, a very young daughter. Not my family. My family will not cry again, because they've been crying. We've been crying half of my life. You get me? So for this past 4 or 5 years, coming to 5 years, God start wiping their faces, and whosoever is caring, because I don't call everybody a family. I don't believe in biological relationship like you my DNA brother or you are my I don't call that family. I call people family who feel my pain. I can share the same womb with you, man. You know my family, because you don't feel my pain. So I don't believe in those kind of relationships. I have only one mother and one father. Those can be replaced, but like brother, sister, tante, yumpa, all can be replaced. I got none, man.
Yeah.
They all equal to me, like you and her.
Yeah.
Out there, you get me? It depends who feel my pain. That's my family, bro. But like what you saying, that's scary. There's no fear onto saying the truth when it's the truth. There's no fear onto saving lives when it comes to save life. That you shouldn't feel fear. You shouldn't even be fear. I'm scared of calling out someone who is deliberately and acknowledgingly, by the society within you residing to be exposed. You don't have to feel scared of that. You get me? And it's like what she is saying, we've been stigmatized by calling us all sort of names, you get me? You get me? So what you saying, like, or whether they will not come, or it's a drug war. It's dangerous. You get me? But I'm not even gonna say I'm prepared for it. I like it. Me, what I'm doing right now, I like it. If you got a problem with it, man, I don't know. I have no knowledge about that. You get me? All what I'm saying, I don't want to see another One Pac. How can I protect and prevent that? Is to share my past to the present generation to get a good future. You get me? How can I share my past? Yeah, I will not say I've been blessed to experience all these cruel acts or these, cruel attitudes. But at the end of the day, I think that's what I should embrace. You get me? Because that's what God prepared me for. So if I have to be lucky and recognize myself that my life have a purpose, man, even you don't tell me, these are part of things that I should be, partaking up onto. Because if you experience of something, you need to teach about it out there. You get me? So these kids have to know how it feels to be an ex-con in this local community, how it feels to be an recommended drug abuser or user in your society. They have to understand the kind of drugs they even taking, because they don't know. Boy, Gambia, we just take anything. You get me? And for adding up this, for adding up extra those to this mental issue, let people provide women too for them. Lack of women to give no, this is gonna hey bro,
Oh my God.
it's gonna sound funny.
No.
It's gonna sound funny. Wallahi lazim. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lack of women is big problem. Is the mother and father of mental instability.
Amongst the boys.
Among men, not boys, even men generally.
Stress.
If you know virgin, maybe God can, help you to rely on something, or you get something that will be substitute to woman. You get me? But if you this virgin or you on virgin, without marriage or without having a chance, bro, billahi wallahi talai, is the most dangerous. This would be
the reason why Mange smile.
Yeah.
bro, this
is
would be
because
very. It did not sound funny.
No, Uyuma, Maybe
all what I'm saying, I'm taking it to myself. I'm not taking outside experience or taking things I heard or know out there.
I am with you 100%.
I'm talking from me.
Yeah.
Karema. Because what it can to me, it can to others. I'm a human. We all humans, bro.
So basically, lo nekk di wax daal Pakoy moom dañ leen war a arrangeal jigéen. Daan.
Yeah, ñu bari ñu ngi tanka waruñ fa nekka. They shouldn't be there. You get me? Jigéen tranquilizer la, bro.
Yeah. No, wallahi wax nga dëgg. Déedéet du ma ne ñoo ko doon discuss am na ku ma ko doon discussal.
I swear to God, it's the first.
I believe you.
So buggee sa dof bu chronique 40 years sa mu jox la noppa reglal ko jigéen jëkka sa faju yëpp dina mut noo koy fajee yëpp dina mut.
Yeah.
You get me? Because this is a major attention a man needs. When it's lacking, it's always violent, aggressive, and it will not even give you the attention you need. You get me? This is the only method you can use on someone to get him listen to you for the rest of the time you need from him. You get me? It's like relief for man. But what she said, some are very vulnerable, or their vulnerability will not make them or give them the guts to come and say, hey, well, boy, man, so alu maribiri boy, huh? The problem is again.
That's the root. It's at the root of that.
Yeah, you understand?
Yeah.
So we have a lot of rapists here. We have a lot of murderers here. Bro, when given an attention, they will not be what we calling them today. You get me?
Yeah.
But for me, in my experience, you get me, the time I get my woman, I say, hey, no more to intoxication. This is a dose, man, that you need. If you get it, what will you need out there? No, you just have to patch up your damages you make or you bestow upon yourself and deal with the crowd. Now, from the woman, stigmatizing each other has to be stopped. You get me?
Yeah, I'm with you. Listening to one
and
one
I
part
used to
said,
play. I'm the only. I go to Tanka, man.
Yeah.
Once in a while, and even not always, but sometimes you don't do things and you talk about it. I go to the prisons too. I was there. I know what their problem is and what they need.
Yeah.
So obviously, what I will bring there and present there will not be a news or someone to tell me what to do or how to do it. You get me? We come back to the point you're saying, where and what do I think need to be done, or who do I think need to reach this kind of people? This kind of people, their own types and kinds have to reach them. Who should provide that or facilitate them for them is this avenues you're talking about. The ministers administer these avenues. You get me? But I will quote that. We'll come back to that. It's just NGOs partaking onto mental issues of this country. Where is our government? I'm not saying this present government or the past government. You get me? I mean the government generally, because there is no government before us with us that has considered this mental people or making this mental awareness as first priority to their services. You get me? They will serve their people. Now, you get me? Anybody watching this platform or whatsoever listening to this topic will know that obviously these are fundamental issues that should be considered and taken care of. But why are they news to you? Because we don't pay attention to it. Africa, we don't treat our mental defaulted people. Instead, we throw them on the street. You know what I mean? Inherit them whilst alive. We make them go crazy, extra. We show them, yo, your mental problem is 1%. Naturally, it's 1%. You come to me, I will convince you to believe that it's 1,000%. Hey, boy, you are finished. Boy, you are dead. Oh, I don't know,
Yeah.
That word too make an impact.
Triggers.
Koku jog na straight gen na dof. Hey, man duma muna wira. Ma dem yon mer bobu lu touch. Nga gena si mbidi rek xale bu ndaw joke la rek nga toj bopam bi. Nan dof bi la dëkk fi mo rek ki kañ la dof nekkut he rek dof half time. Fu mooy starté comme góom la nga burusu nga bañ koo treat mu ngee dem bu nga bem nekkan dimboot bem bona sa yax bi génna bañ la am put dofin tamit process boobu la am so ñuy dof nag ak waxuma la I'm not talking to people who has to attend to them even yen people who will be victimized like ñu ne dof lañ so leen understand dara because danga ko dee xam you get me I'm not special feeling bo hamne, yeah. If your mind is getting fucked up, yeah. Yo sabo pa dan ko de ham. Yeah, I understand from my way. So yo so ko hame nak bul feel big, bul feel leo. Utal sa nit ku ba ko trust nga laaj ko. Yo li ngay go through lan la. Ak lutax muy xew o muy dal nit su moy dawul nit. You get me? Dawal seek for refuge. Dawal yo jogal nga dem nga report sa bopa sa jabar o sa anyway this is my therapy, man. You get me? Oh, what you saying, I'm dealing with it right now, bro. Man duma de nelaw gudi. I swear to God, I don't sleep in the night. When sun fajaro la de nelaw. Like 2 hours, 3 hours. You get me? Why do my air go into what? You get me? That's not normal. You get me? Fuma joge tamit. You get me? Aksuma society but in my whole tamit. You tamit is pressurizing the situation. Yeah, you understand? Man kare ma hamna ne parenguma. Yeah, you understand? Why I get them yung lai hicha. With all this stigmatizing, you get me? And they will never promote your good, only bad. They will just be presenting your past, your bad, and your look like this table like in like prison.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Like nimo wahe ni sister be nimko wahe starting nami. Fi nyo they accelerate problem to a higher height. You get me? But obstacles are bound to occur. When they do, we take them in good faith.
Yeah.
You get me? But the drug too is not the main problem of these mental problems. You get me? Mental issue bini more in the drug usage bini nim abundant many. You get me? Taluta more accessible to everybody. It's cheap. It's very cheap. And not everybody is going towards it to tranquilize yourself or use it as a relief when it's damaging you. It's the attention they need. The attention bobu need nañ ko ci mbéda bi waaye soxluñ bu mbéda bi ci kër bi lañ ko soxla njëkka. So luñ ñaaka noonu moo tax attention buñ ñaaka, that attention comes with love, embracement, you know what I mean, appreciating. You get me? Like and want things, you get me? But you lose everything from people even you care about, bro. What I see. How do you feel it? It's crazy, bro. I don't marry everybody. You know, man, I'm scared to even mingle into public. Bente ak nima melni lo fok dama de ragal pour duga ci bir mbolo because how much mange consider yang my point yeah ne okay ex convict la again ex consumer la the man I'm making it up to you mange try suma kemta like ata luta nga bañ ma mange change lolu pour nga like ma instead nga encourage ma pour change that change you get me you just pressing hard so people I'm the new body strong on there are a lot they are not strong mentally man they can't resist so fuck move land boy if you don't have a guide or a partner that is understanding liking wanting loving caring you know what I mean with you bro your world will just crash and right now like going to the youth pour dof legi it's very easy lu yomba ngi ni di nga dof carrément pour ñu tëj la tamit lu yomba ngi ni pour nga ñaaka yëpp lu yomba ngi ni yëpp ñu ngi ko présent suñ kaw table ñu am ñana ko présent suñ kaw table mooy suñ am ñu nekk suñ kaw yi ñun ñu nekk di roy ñoo nekk ñu present they present only bad to us they present our demise or not they present our man it's crazy anyway let me not take all the time you know what I mean maybe from my nonsense you picking senses out of it you know what I mean but I'm speaking in what I know and what I'm going through and what I've been through you get me this is it bro how many boys would you be seeing on the street even girls looking very dirty filthy they will judge them straight as crazy people they are not these are victims of negligence unconsidered society that they cannot resist they cannot fight back bro hell lu garaaw la bro hell lu garaaw la yeah for me I'm scared I'm just scared of seeing what's coming up man jine basi bala ñu koy wax I've been crying for it you get me if it dof yi bala ñu koy wax I've been comme léegi la nekk comme nen bu toj rek you get me but I've been warning them since bu ma génnee boy man du ma demise yëpp laa put on the table you get me xaw ma loo may mun a wax lu ma waxut suma bopp maa njëkk a xas suma boppa was suma boppa ni jën you know what I mean bem set because soo gisee ma def loolu you know what I mean pour du ma mun a repeataat suma boppa moo fi ñu woon mu ne yoon bi moo dee dem Serekunda mu woon nit yi yëpp yooni Serekunda bi benn nit yi di ko jël léegi mu ngi nii di jël beneen yoon bi te bii Banjul la mooy dem so man loolu moo fi ñëwoon laay bañ so you start it at yourself loolu tamit dangay pare not for the interest of people out there or to look or seek for praises out there you get me doing it for yourself man awma million bro su ma meloon ni ma mel nii boy damay mel comme ni ma meloon you get me so naa la hint some little part maybe say more qualified is the expert of that part yeah but ma wax la little methods I'm using onto my mental therapy mooy intolerant to bullies te bully lu garaaw la bully you can kill for bullying or be killed for bullying you get me and lies gis nga gomloo doomi Adama lu diis la soo ko amee rek si nit comme ma wax ni nga gomma su ma ko amee si yow that's something big if I had to make you at London if you had to come and discover that is lies that make you believe in bro I've betrayed you mentally I've make a damage in you boy that can take you for months even of memorizing or thinking of so this come fen I don't tolerate it comme nga def ma ne dama la ruus o danga may defal million nga wrong duma la xool wax la wrong ma dem tëddaa moom damay eewootaa moom So lii yëpp daf dee demise sa healing, mental healing and all that. Just stay safe, don't step on people, but don't let to be stepped on. I don't mean pour ñëpp, but for me, what I'm taking, and it's working for me. yaa ngi understand fu may waxee nii bugguma wax waxi kenn ko nit bugguma xam naa nit su waxee si man how I feel comme nit yi niñ dee soo demee kii dina understand there are times yow nit yi luñ dee téye lu ndaw loolu is too big for you. niñ dee wax dof in the eyes of normal people we will say dof, but your senses are far sensitive than the guy or the one they're calling normal guy. Normal guy bi su waxee fooy dem pour normal guy boobu ni mu koy déggee woo bi normal koy label dof bi oo ku musa dof wax ko ne maa ngi dem noo ko waxee dina xam noo ko waxee lu tax nga wax ko dina xam lu tax nga wax ko you get me nan la def yow pour nga war koo xool moom comme he or she will sense every sense out of what you say. You know, you have extra senses that not befitting with your current situation. Again, being at the wrong place at the wrong time, they will label you as a mad guy. These are all IQ problems, bro. Koi ole dof IQ abnormal guy is different. We just need attention, bro. We can do it. Can we root? Nin yobantela rek niñ wonante la rek for now, you get me, but for me man I gotta you foog nga ut someone su kerengee rek ku lay wax ne dama na wala damut comme que ñun amuñ dimbal fii doo am dimbal fii trial nga dimbali sa boppa. This is going to youth and youth too, this too much depression and all that leading to their self-demise. You know what I mean? Because you cannot say 100% self-demise, but 75% JP they take sabopa. At the end of the day, contency has to be adopted. You know what I mean? But we not. It's what our parents make us believe, not to believe. Our governments, this is what they are putting into us, not to God. So we are all greedy, bro. We in a haste, we in a hurry. So fasting in life will lead you to an unexpected end or a destination too. You know what I mean? So I feel it, you know. You know, it's for the interest of the youth. Why you use it amit fog na du bari ñu suñ kaw ñoko dé tek suñ boppa. Yeah.
Ñora try.
Yeah. Comme man tey maa ngi nii boy mun naa dem jënd am sangara yu ma doon naan mun naa dem jënd am any substance I wanna use, you know what I mean, being it drugs. No, waaye dama create suma boppa environment boo xam ne ak nit yu nekk si environment boobu noonu duñ laaloo ak ñooñu te damay make sure nit yooyu tamit am ñoo may ëppa njëriñ si suma life than suma boppa. You make a choice and choose who to interact with. That they help onto your therapy. NGO yi daal mashallah they trying, but we will never have a rehab center in this country. This tanka go there, my sister. You feel sorry, man, for the workers there, bro. Those people are not working for salary, huh? So for them, them will check. Those, you know, obviously, key boy ligay ni ak role bu moy play ni mune. No, it's not salary, man. The real humanitarian mind and mindset who can do this job.
It's hard.
Ay nit yi yàlla dëgga ñoo dee mun a def loolu. Ponkal bu mel ni One Pac pour boppam. Yow yaa ko war a dem laab. For example, loolu war a nekk every day thing. Yow da nga dem uti liggéeyi laab nit. Come on, bro. So Gambia ñun wa mu ngi ni feeñaat na. Those deserving to be credited are neglected. Te nit so na yage di jël alelam every time giving it to the wrong guy. Yang koy won ne yow yaa ko ëppa doole ak everything. One day su retaliate daf they destructive. You get me? So those are history and stories to other countries are becoming news and latest habits and attitudes in our country, and is killing the youths, bro. Wallahi, is killing it. So stop all the whole One Pac, come saga kat la one. Stop all the whole One Pac, come ex-convict la one. Try and deal with One Pac, lim presentable, binda benefiting na or not. Nda dina in the engineering society be or not. You get me? Boy, here dal moy lolu boy. We how man nakada stigmatize. Man, this is my big problem, huh? Yeah. Because I'm a feel. Man, I'm not know my whole as a lagumako. Suma jabar, mama de nyopati si souf. Yo ya mom opportunity yo. So legi dem na be believe you know come mom limma de wani. Legi mun nga ma hole any bot ya ham. Ko am na man kuma fale kuma gomlone li du dara.
Motivate.
Yeah, you understand. But if you don't fok nga ut nga place lolu sa bor yo tamit koy fale you have to find a collateral to your life. So boy tamit nañ ut lolu. You get me? Yeah, why en jappale boy why ñu am jigéen tamit why wañi dof bi torop.
You know, this is a lot to unpack. I for one, I just want to say,
bro, me people think I'm happy whatsoever. Yeah, I'm happy. You get me? But sitting and crying to people, it will just make me weak.
Yeah.
No, it might make me weak if I want to be weak, but I have to vomit, bro. You get me? But I'm the saddest too.
I feel you, bro.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Without my mother, my wife, man, I Wallah Azim, I swear to Rasul, I sit and ask this question. How would I be? It's sad, bro. Pointing you with a bad finger that you're not. Accelerating your badness to a level you're not even at, or you don't want it to be, or will not even practice. You know what I mean? Stepping on the good and the benefit grindings you are presenting, or, you know what I mean, putting on table. You know what I mean? Neglecting your efforts. You know what I mean? Denying you from giving you a chance to get involved with yourself. You get me? The country you're living, the people you're living, your family you're from, these are you yourself. You get me? But denying you yourself, bro, come on, it's crazy. You think for instance, like how my wife is a Senegalese, you get me? When it got to be in a right way, that's the way it should be. As a young blood like me, going outside my country. You get me? Okay, I'm the cost of whatsoever are you looking me with? You get me? But don't put it to a level that is not even reached. You know what I mean? Don't push me to the wall to believe that, yeah, I'm nobody with you people or within you. Man, don't make me an unnecessary enemy. If I go out and make it happen, man, there's no chance for you, huh? So you call me hard, rude. You know what I mean? You label me harsh. You label me unwanted. You will be an unnecessary enemy. It's just the seed you grew, bro. It's the seed you sow. It grew. You gotta reap it, bro. So if you don't get sense or yala suladimilo, you hate everything connected to you yourself. And if you hate that, you know that you hate yourself. There is no progressive, in even your own life, whereby this mental problem has to surface again, because it's not normal. Thinking like that mentally even is not normal. But the environment would by force and forcingly putting that to you. If you don't have that resistance, man, it's like what the sister go. Man, I'm proud of this sister, man. It's only now I know that she is from Tanka. I look at her image and I look at of what she presents, the unseen presentation that you can view in her. Come on, you see her devoted her life to Tanka. Man, these people are godly, huh? Wallahi, they are godly. So thumbs up, man. I don't know even your name, but thumbs up. I owe you. Yeah, anything you're doing for them, you're doing it for me. I'm not better than. This is the reason I accept playing for them. Every call they call. With no money. I go entertain them. I'm entertaining myself. Those are the places with the prison. Those are the places I see my friends, types, kinds, and family I can call. Cause I know them. I know how they're feeling. I know what they're feeling at any moment. I'm with them. You think I'm happy out here? Every bite of a good meal, your mind will go to prison or wherever you experience. Every good moment that you are in right now, your mind will reflect to it. You think you escape. Even you, if you happen to be in a very nice life, even when you're eating right now, even it's your childhood days, it's based on experience. Whatsoever you experience is reflecting daily in your mind, in your face. Either being a sweet experience or bitter one. If you in bitter, your mind will go to the bitter ones. If you in the sweet act now, your mind will go to the sweet past. This is how it is. So for unfortunates like us who have the most bitter experience part of our lives, man, being in freedom just for 5 years and in freedom of this explicit substances mentally just for 5 years, man, I'm a baby to whatsoever I am in being good. So you think I don't deserve to be greedy on that being good? I know the level and the reason and the benefit of being good. It starts with you. And I happily come to recognize my mother that it has adduced her life. If I don't change by this time, my mama die. So all that are, collaterals that are pushing me not to change what I am to what I was. Just striving hard to be who I am. They say, boy, it's sad, bro. I'm a sad package, man. But only the wise can see the light in me. You get me? It's like accepting me is not like accepting me. It's like it's like you protect your jabot. It's not me again. When Gambia has to listen to me, when Gambia has to accept me, send jabot ila. Man, sumayai do joyat. Criminality, mental disorder, do joyat. Yen send domi bala ñuy make am comme man. Wala ñuy look up to me. Yen ay problem bi. So take the best and leave the rest from Pac. And you, the youth, they're calling, I'm a mad guy or a junk, or if I can do it, you can do better. Be perseverance independently and, await with patience and yearn for good company to, lift you or push you to, good or change. But the determination gotta be in you first. This is what I want.
You have to take the first step.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
It's no serenity, it's no, come on, man.
The yombala dal. Yombud yombana. All I can do, bro, is just wish you the best and ñaanal mu gën a yomba rek. You know? I mean, just hearing what someone that has gone through everything that he has just explained, and for someone that's in the field, what's your take on this?
Yes, it's like I am moved, and what I learned from his story is One Pac is going through traumatic, stress disorder, PTSD right now, because when he mentioned he do not sleep, like someone going through schizophrenia, like someone whose sleep has been compromised due to the past event, the traumas that he has been going through. So it's like he's trying to heal, but something also is pushing him back whenever he remembers the past traumas, the troubles, the mental illnesses that he has gone through without sufficient help. Because we all know and we heard about his story. If you don't know One Pac, but you must heard about him through this drug abuse, it's like he's trying to heal. And one thing I learned also is drug is not something that you wake up and then do it. The cause of it might be stress, the attention maybe that he lack. Also, when you talk about stress, is something that could be a long-term stress or acute stress or chronic stress. So if you are going through a stress, like if at workplaces you are trying to meet a deadline or something like that, but without help, immediate support, it grows and it affects every bit of your life, your daily activities. So I think he has gone through a chronic stress which has built up today's consequences that he has been going and still going through. He has not been healed fully. With all that I have listened, like he's still suffering from the inside. He's not yet ready, but he's trying. So the help there is not so sufficient. So when someone is going through schizophrenia, like you are demotivated, sometimes he may feel lonely. He feels self-sabotage, which I recently said about. You be in a position where you even believe that you cannot go further again because of the abuse, the bullies. Is a very dangerous thing. When someone is in a state of help and you are experiencing bullies, it's killing you, day by day. At that point in time, if you are not saved, now it's like you are already in that state of believing, I'm not making it anymore. Now the self-sabotage comes in. You can even harm yourself. That's where how to call it again, taking your life. Because at that state in time, your soul is like you are ripped off. You don't even know where you are, where in the recent world, or you don't recognize anything anymore. You are lost. You are worthless, like in your mindset. I'm not no more that person I am. You are believing something that delusional. You are living in a different state of life. You don't even understand. You become impaired in development. You don't even concentrate. You are a different person at that stuff. People can see you, but they don't know what you are going through. So what I learned from his conversation, he's still trying to heal, but something is pulling him back whenever he remembers every step that he has gone through. Yeah.
And to be honest, I understand, even the caring ones around you, if they are not strong, they will be traumatized too as well.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel sorry for this one. You get me? Because she know me more than myself. Because she's ready for me and ready to take it. It's like my nurse. So sometimes I'm scared whether she can be traumatized even. Or would she not be traumatized of me before I be what I had to be or who I should be mentally. You get me? Because you can look at her face. With me everywhere you will think I will think she is alright with me. Yeah, you understand, eh? But there are things killing her or eating her up about me. You know what I mean? That she feel that it's not my fault, but she has to hold on to it and support it harder.
Yeah.
I never tell or say such in front of her. This is the first time I'm telling you, because you are an expert to what I'm going through. As I'm not seeing no camera again. I'm talking to you. Maybe your response can be a,
Healing process.
this is what I'm saying. So if I have to check on Jack and Jones and or what they going to do, I know it. How they live, man. I've discovered myself. Within a trial. You know what I mean? But for her, if I'm sorry, because sometimes I wonder how she cope, how she handle things, and how I observe how she, I'm just saying yes to me. You get me? Obviously, that's not normal. You can be 100% yes, but anything I say yes, yes, yes. What's the fear that is holding you back not to say no to the no, but instead yes? So that caring too is alarming, is an alert for me to consider her presence too, to avoid, if I can, to avoid or try to avoid anything that will make her feel, oh. So having that kind of people too around you saves you in another way too. For me, I'm no more lonely, huh? I'm no more boring. If I'm with my wife, it's like I'm in 1,000 people or million people. I can be in a full stadium without my wife right now. Man, it's empty. It's not like woman and man feeling thing. Again, you know what I mean?
She's a
You
companion.
feel sufficient.
You get me? This is what we're lacking. I don't know whether you get the right word for it, or you know what I want to say. This is how we want to feel. This is the kind of reception we need. You get me? But imagine your own can't even provide that for you. And you care your own than that even. How is that feeling, bro? So maybe I can ask you today, with her, me being me and she being with me, man, hope it will not disturb her. You know what I mean? Mentally, if she is not strong.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it's like what I'm getting from him, like One Pac, when he was in need of help, it's like the family has thrown you to the street. And up to a point, you don't even feel comfortable to discuss your issues with your family.
Amen.
And now you have that satisfaction of you being with a stranger than even your bloodline to talk to you.
I have no regrets on it.
Yeah.
I thank God about it. But it's a major no and wrong, bro. But hopes it will not even disturb her of being around my kind, taking care, my type, I'm in such a way or any way that I am. You get me? She is always like, yes. But even me, there are some issues when she says yes, I automatically know that it's no. So those kind of submissions, attentive submissions are very important. You get me? They take part of healing up or healings of putting you into right. Man, you can't be saying yes, 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 yes. Obviously, it's not normal. What's the fear? That fear is the doubt.
Yeah.
That we all searching, man. And if you find it, it's attention and care.
So from basically what I'm getting from him is what he's communicating is just the importance of companionship.
Yes.
And
acceptance, giving chance,
exactly,
attention.
And you get all of that from a companion,
which is an outsider.
Exactly, which now sometimes they say.
So you see the unnecessary hate and the grudge and necessary defense wall that are built. You think I will need anybody to get close to me?
there are two types of families. There's the family that's by blood, and there's also the family that you choose. And she's the family that you've chosen because there are certain things about her that brings positivity into your life. You know, like you're saying, sometimes
knowing her brings positivity.
Exactly. So sometimes she doesn't even have to do anything, but the fact that she's present, like she's there, that's
sufficient.
That's sufficient.
Bro, if I wanna drink alcohol, if I think of my wife,
you become full.
No, I don't do it. Like you can bully me right now. You know I have no resistance to it. I will react. But if you will be lucky, you will be like, during bullying me, I take a glance. And I come back to you. Know that you are safe. You can go with it. But that glance is like, hey, I'm seeing the sacrifice. I'm seeing the destinations here abundant. I'm seeing the populations here abundant. I'm seeing my genders here abundant, but I'm exceptional. You get me? Being choose. I'm seeing her efforts previously towards me being the kind of response I should be giving. It's like tolerant, man. And adduced to that, you get me? She being around me, acting in that way, is like I'm betraying and belittling all her efforts. So automatically, I'm feeling like I'm putting it into her mind that you don't do shit. You're not contributing. And that's wrong, man. This is what I'm complaining. If I do good for you, let me know.
Yeah.
If you don't want to let me know, treat me like that then. So obviously, you know what I mean, coming to her presence, that's the sample I'm giving you. Like, this is how important her presence is with me or to me when around me.
Like you said,
It's like
she's a tranquilizer.
Tranquilizer,
And
protector.
a therapy.
And a therapy for me. I'm having a lot of advantage in my marriage and in my matrimonial service, you get me? It's not just the bed. Me, I don't talk, we don't even, sometimes I will sit in a month, I don't think of that. I'm not honey, I'm not used to it. I'm not even used to girlfriend thing. Me, before I don't even have a good prostitute than having a girlfriend. I'm telling you, it's no joke, man. It's the attitude, you know what I mean, coming to this negligence of our youth, or youth's been feeling negligent and all that. It's the attitude you take that will lead everybody and make everybody to distance themselves from you. That will traumatize you, saying people don't like me. People will not like a killer. People will not like a criminal or a bad thing. You get me? So if you are loved again, it's those the same people you will be calling haters. It's the same population, man, who will be calling my loved ones, or they love me and all. It's you yourself. But if you strip yourself till everybody know that you strip yourself, they want to put that, you know what I mean, on you again, man. There, if you can die of saying no to that, die, man. It's worth it. You get me? But I'm just scared for her mentally, whether it will not, being around me will not give her side effect. This is what I'm asking you, because that's your field.
Of course. Yes.
I'm not complex, I'm not ashamed to
Yeah.
ask about it here.
Thank you.
I care too.
And I'm excited to answer the question, because in your situation, when a woman is around you, like she's your wife, and you really appreciate her efforts to make you, like, to help you go through your healing journey, but you also at the other part, you are serving as a therapy to her without even knowing, because first of all, you are giving her the credit that she's doing something that helps you through your journey. If she's doing an effort to whatever that could help you heal in the inside, and in turn you are not seeing that effort, or you kind of have a weird behavior that's showing no importance of what she is doing to you to help you, that will also reflect back to her mental wellness. But for the fact that in any platform you are appreciating the efforts of your wife, which everybody, or as a Gambian, also knew already that your wife is a supportive woman. I'm part of those who even say that, even though I don't know you much. And I think that also is something that is very important to her mental well-being as well as a wife. So that is that someone who is already prepared for that, physically and mentally, to go through that journey with you. So for her to be harmed, there is likely a little chances for her to be in that state of mental, disability.
It's almost like when they say there's a gift in serving. It's like when most of the time when people like are having so many mental issues, this is something in the West, like certain therapeutical processes they use to heal some of these patients. They tell them to do things for people, like just help anyone that you can help. It has healing properties when you help someone else. And I guess what she's saying, for me to just add on to what she's saying, is you don't have to be worried, because she's also benefiting from helping you on her mental well-being. We human beings, we always want to help. And I don't know if you personally, you know how you feel when you do something good for someone.
It's the greatest feeling you will ever have.
See? So, and she's getting that from you every single day. But I understand also where you're coming from, because you have these doubts. It's like, it's almost, you feel like you do not deserve someone doing certain things for you. And the fact that that person is unapologetically doing it for you and they're not asking for anything in return, you feel like, hey, I hope my behavior is not affecting this person. Why am I getting all this? Like, how is it affecting my partner? And like she's saying, exactly, she's also getting healing from you that you might not realize. So it's almost like a give and take. Right? And the fact that you always appreciate her efforts and you always give credit to where credit is due, it makes her feel good. In turn, it helps stabilize her mental health, which I guess, I just pray and keep praying that your relationship, grows stronger and stronger.
It's cool.
And be there for, look, everything happens for a reason.
We just need attention.
Let
it be genuine attention.
Exactly.
Get me? But we need attention.
Yeah. And
it's sad, bro.
Yeah.
You listen to me, you're gonna cry.
I know.
Wallahi, boy. I can sit and say boldly, I'm Gambia, man. I'm Gambian problem, man. Me, I'm the one going through, and everybody going through today out there. It's just maybe I'm the one who come out and talk about it.
Yeah.
But these are the problems which is rampantly out there, ready to die or to kill. This is how we're moving. Without my wife, bro, me, I'm like that. Like rolling with groups, and I don't do that. Come with that. I know you will take me, but before taking me, I will take a lot. So you see that wrong, stupid mindset, which I'm forcefully I'm positioned to it and or put at. You get me? But if you come with peace, there you will say, hey, you get me? When I should be able to predict, but you can't even predict me. That's not normal, bro.
Yeah. I
myself can't even predict myself. That's not normal.
Yeah.
That's why there's a guy I know, mass murder. I use him too for tolerant. I copy that kid to be tolerant like him, patient. Tolerant and patient, I'm learning that from that guy. And I'm older than him. But it's obvious to me there are certain bullshit he's taking and still attending to people who are doing it to him. You know what I mean? He's strong, man.
That's mean emotional control.
Thank you very much. You get the right words. So I'm not lying onto my feelings. I'm not talking about outside experience. You get me? So that's the reason a lot of people don't understand. Thinking he's my manager by music. He's managing me emotionally, mentally even. Till I went to a level of marking him. He is part of people who understands me. I don't know whether you understand. So what people don't understand, those are big things to recognize within your people, within your surroundings, within your associates, within your environment, within your community and family or friends. So me, I can say I'm late for change.
Oh.
It's never too
You get
late,
me?
bro.
Yeah, it's never too late, but if I want to, I can say I'm changed. Because I've been pushing away a lot of good people like that in the climax of my youth and my stupidity. You get me? But everything have a reason, and Rome was not built in a day anyway.
Agreed.
There's be perseverance on to change and wanting to change people who will be looking up to us or me.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
It's just Gambia, but today I should be given chance of, I'm making ends to meet on what I want to do with my life and experience.
Yeah.
Today I should be facilitated by going to schools, talking to these kids, telling them what is Thai. Basically, marijuana, we say Thai.
Yeah.
Telling them what is alcohol. Telling them what is pill. You get me? Telling them what is rose. Telling them how it feels to be stabbed or you stabbed. How it feels, how both feelings are. Telling them how it feels to be detained. Telling them what demise you get when you detain in this virgin society, which is local. You get me? Telling them how it feels to pass somewhere, feeling irrelevant, unwanted. Telling them how it feels to be called a murdered person or once been in a mental facility. How it feels to be there and how it feels to be out of there. How it feels to be good and be loved, how it feels to be bad and be hate with thoughts. You get me? These are not things that I should die with without exposing it. Because I've been there, done there. And now that's the problem you're facing. How can you send innocent to those kind of people? You think they will give you an ear? No. They will see you as a bait of mocking them. But I got the recognition that I'm in them mentally. I got the recognition that I've been them streetwise. I have the recognition that I'm with them criminally, which I'm not bragging of. I'm saying all this for the sake of national development and youth empowerment and development and protecting the undefiled brain. But it's not to brag. You get me? This is it. But you cannot send an innocent to a guilty person.
Yeah.
This is our problems here. You get me? So coming to those venues you're talking about, we have the avenues, but we don't have the right administrators to administer those avenues. Till the well-deserved can be benefit out of it.
And this is my take on this. Yeah, if some of you people that are listening, I think the most effective way to help or to push advocacies to help victims of drug is to actually get someone that has been in the system to help.
Of course.
Go with these people. I think the individuals that are unfortunately in those circumstances would connect more to someone that understands them, because there's a lot of people that go out and try to advocate for illegal substances, against the use of illegal substances, but these people will not understand because they don't connect.
Yeah.
They don't understand their reality. And I think individuals like One Pac, who I'm really proud of, bro. You are out there. I mean, the fact that you've actually pointed out people that are selling these substances out and with no fear, it's something to be really, really something commendable. And that just shows how One Pac is interested in the development of the country and also protecting the youth. So, and I know from some of the listeners here, they are advocates. You should engage One Pac, put him into in your team, and let him be the face, because he would be able to connect with these youths better than anybody else.
With my crumbling career, they will be saying, they will be criticizing or bullying. From that, I used to organize free shows just to gather, you know what I mean, my kind and types for at least 1 hour, 2 hours, you know what I mean, to get them under one umbrella, entertain them and educate them, and protect people out there with when they are, that will be victimized or harmed when they are not with me for those 2-3 hours. So if you see it, they will get the mind of sacrificing their daily hobbies for me, bro. I want it. You can't hate yourself. I'm like them with them, through thick and thin, man. I'm not bragging, and I'm miraculously out of whatsoever demising the youths today that make me today. You get me? So I don't have to brag about it. I have to advocate and teach about it. This is me. I understand myself. So this is the reason they say he talk too much. He blah, 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 blah. Have you seen anybody? Okay, for instance, with my present life or acknowledgement with the people, have you seen anybody dragging me on social media like One Pac this, One Pac this, One Pac do me this, One Pac lie to me? No, it's only me. At the end of the day, man, that's where I see that, I can lay my complaints or pour my heart, I feel free. So you and him and other guy that you will be saying, or what you will be seeing and me, is different. Me, I'm seeing it as a therapy. Because I'm not stepping on you. Don't step on me. If you step on me, I can't act physically. Man, I have to talk about it. And where is the platform I should talk? That's the place I feel like I got an attention. Me, this social media is not just social media for me, man. This is the place I feel loved. This is the place I feel involved. This is the place I feel befitting. I'm interacting with everybody, generally. That I don't have. So automatically from incarceration or being free or discharged, man, this is the place or the platform or the community I feel socially involved and appreciated. So it's gonna be different with me and him and the other guy to use as promotional platforms or or marketing platforms. For me, it's a life that is there. I can know what to add up into my merits. Is where I want to reduce from my demerits. You get me? So it's different. So that's why if you have to even write something negative about me, the understanding you will get as a media person or whatever, or a media personnel, and me, it's different. Me, I'll feel it very personal. So you will not feel, these are what we lack. It's like I'm a local to the society. I'm a newborn to what I am. I just want them to understand me. You get me? I don't need much.
Well, we will get there. And I mean, for someone like you who's heavily involved in trying to help some of these vulnerable individuals, One Pac is here. He's an ambassador.
And do you know, that reminds me, it's no coincidence that I'm here sharing the same platform with him. Because at one time, he's supposed to be my client. But was very unfortunate. I know you will remember Solomon Korea, right? At Supportive Activist Foundation. Yes, you know him. Yes. Even the opening, you are one of our guests, but unfortunately, for some reason, you are unable to attend.
I sleep.
Yes,
slept.
he's supposed to be my client though, but we tried as much as possible, but we couldn't, and I was the one who should take to handle him. But at that time I was scared, and that was it was going to be my first experience, to have a client like you who just experienced those, mental health issues. The time that you came open up with in the social media about the rape case, and everybody was doubting you.
Yes.
So we took it seriously, because that man Solomon was so much into mental health illnesses and therapeutic healing to help people like you, and he took it so seriously because he goes extra miles to fetch out people like who are one time affected by mental issues. And at first they roam in the street to fetch people and then counsel them, help them. So that organization really did something a lot in me. So it's not just a coincidence that we met here. And from here I think I'll take it further, inshallah.
Again, we that own this platform, we do have a social responsibility. And it's a platform we've created, not just for ourselves, but to have an impact, a positive impact in society. And feel free. We are definitely open to partnership with, like your organization, to spread to get as many people as possible, because social media is powerful. And almost everybody's on social media now. So the reach that we can get, it will be definitely more impactful in some cases than going on ground. And again, once it's online, it's going to be online, and people would see it from different demographics, from different regions, Gambia and beyond. And you never know which areas positivity will fall on. So again, like I said, One Pac is here. He's an amazing ambassador. I think he's the perfect ambassador actually for issue with drug abuse, and someone that has gone through the system and that has bit the system and still bitten the system.
And they understood it very well.
Ever bit the system.
Yes.
So it's very commendable. It's the biggest battle people are facing on a daily basis, battle of the self, is discipline. It's trying to better yourself every single day. You want to better yourself every single day, and I think this is the most difficult battle people are fighting, and you will fight it until you die. So it's but you can never stop, because once you stop, the results are detrimental.
Do you ever sit and think?
Besa bopa bi meti.
Besa not only bopa. Hamo lolo mo fog ne niti. Beniti fog ne am bopa la. Am fofu mo bo. Why come mandama de am problem yi. Come luya. What they meti. Come lu get cramped and all that. Get enough of myself. For you just not to understand the simple thing and simple aspect of life that things are bound to occur. When they do, take them good. Give chance. How simple it is to be given chance. You think you're giving chance to One Pac. You're giving chance to yourself to understand what to protect and what not to. Hence, Pac is labeled as a danger or endanger to you. Man, giving Pac chance is your own benefit. Because you will know how to escape that danger, how to cope with that danger, how to go along with that danger, till you are not in danger. You get me?
I mean, I'm completely with you. Your wife is here. Does she speak English? Not all of. Which one are you comfortable with? You can like all of it. So, thank you for joining us. Luñ la bëggoon a laajte moo nekk yow dang dee spend time ak One Pac daanaka daal foo gis One Pac yaa ngi fa, and you are danga supportive One Pac lu mu dee def yaa ngi fa, social media yaa ngi fa. How has it, how can I phrase this, man Paul laa de man dégguma comme daanaka daal like naka sa experience ak One Pac?
Honestly, comme bulma ba comme jikara
naka jaara bi
comme yow yaa yàlla obviously how you feel cause man sax dafay important ma xam loolu.
waaw
I mean cause lim la laaj yow sax xam nga ne am léegi dama dee toog di la laaj I mean mbaa récculoo nekkaa man mbaa comme out of love si humanity carrément sa diggante yàlla rek
waaw
luy njëriñ askan bi moo ma war a gën man how do you feel
waaw maa ngi nuyu ñëpp di nuyu ñi ma toogal ci plateau bi waaw ni ma nekkee ak One Pac mooy nit ay garabam waaw te nekk ak moom tamit mettiwul dangay xam bëgg-bëggam xam naka ngay defee ak moom yenn saa yi bu tàngee nga seddal yenn saa yi nga nekk ci jàmm sëy daal noonu la yenn saa yi mu neex yenn saa yi mu metti waaye ak comprendrente waaw Pac dama ko comprendre moo tax ma mën a nekk ak moom Pac mettiwul.
so this is what I feel and this is how I feel about her that she is part of that few group I acknowledge that they understand me so they are the ones who I hold at most high esteem you know what I mean to a level of I living my life for them to survive which is her and my mother with mass murder. You get me? You check people who benefit you more than you do to them.
Yeah.
You get me? So these are the people you think I don't deserve more of those? I do, but I don't get. So you think I will care the rest without those people? When those people are not there, it's like me and them, 0 to 0, man. But I'm always a hero when they are present, because that's the only time I feel courageous and confident to showcase the little particle good in me out there. Because even the world don't see it, but I will have it in my mind. Hey, there's Y and X and L out there, so they understand. They understand.
leneen tamit lu ma la bëgg a laajte moo nekk One Pac nu mu meloon ak nu mu mel léegi naka la jaar boobu meloon yaa ak moom.
man bi may dooroo nekk ak moom xawoon na metti tuuti ndax boobu comprendre lante woon mais léegi moom jàmm ak salaam ndax lu bëre lu ma fekkoon ci moom dindi naa ko waaw lu bëre loo xam ne ni daka daan def man ma gisee moo def loo xam ne nii waru ko def dama naan ko lii baaxul doo ko def jaral na ma sax ma xoloog moom waaye duma bàyyi mu def loo xam ne
daf lay déglu te du
daf may déglu
sometimes
bis bu ne daf may déglu daf may déglu moom daf may déglu lépp lu muy def su ma nee ko bàyyi day bàyyi waaw xëy na yenn yoo xam ne nii dina ko def du ko defee sama kanam
daf laa def ko nëbba loolu la fi wax de dama laa wàccee nag
it's the hard fact.
nga ne déggul English moo tax nga nekk di
It's the hard fact. Wallahi, I don't lie. It's the hard fact. But at the end of the day, she's human too. You get me? I have to consider it, not taking advantage of you, my wife. You have to say yes to anything. Nah, that's not the thing, bro. It's like barter trading. Your couscous and my millet, or your rice with my, cassava.
One Pac is romantic, man. This is the one side we didn't.
Of course.
I mean, bro, you have an amazing woman. You have a very supportive woman. I mean, just talking to you and seeing you guys confirms what people see on social media. You're no different from what people see on social media. And like I was saying, the importance of companionship. And the fact that you have a supportive companion who, through thick and thin, still there for you, and the fact that you've acknowledged that, the only thing that I can say,
This is it. Oh, okay. If I have to recognize that, and till you've recognized it, but dima wara ñaanal. Est-ce que dina delu wat si drogue?
No.
Est-ce que dina delu wat si suma past mental aggressive status bobu non? Est-ce que léegi any felony act that I want to do, est-ce que dina manque kusuma hell wararal ne hey di move? Will she be happy or not?
Yeah.
These are important things. No
Yeah.
attention, consideration,
Yeah.
and chance. Limo lack in Gambian youth. So limo neka the lead into dof loose. More neka the lead into this back way goings and committing suicides even. Limo lead to our usage of these illicit substances you call drugs and all that. But at the end of the day, we can all take this and take it out. It's easy to eradicate, but it's very hard to do so.
Yeah.
You get me? It's just you got to give the right tool to the right user and to the right farmer.
Yeah.
You get me?
My take is we need more conversations, not less, and we need to be proactive and put in efforts. This is topic this is one of many address, and you guys are definitely going to be guests again. We were supposed to have 2 guests. One of them is a drug squad. Unfortunately, something came up.
You cannot even come to the drug part, I can see, and sense in the session, because the mental issue is so wide and big and time and all that.
Yeah.
But I think we'll come to the drug part with her again, because she can see the negative impact the drug is putting into our youth, leading them to their mental demises and all that. And she's there, bro.
She sees the impact on a societal level. And we organized this segment in a way where we would have someone like you, someone like her, someone that, is a drug squad who is like the enforcer of part of the force, and then another lady who is actually an expert. Because it's important to have different perspectives, different point of views from different backgrounds.
Yeah.
He would have been the perfect person to explain how it feels like to be in the system. And the person that's in the force would have been the perfect person to explain challenges they're facing, or maybe some of the mistakes that they are making. Because I believe sometimes we apply certain solutions, but it only makes it worse.
Yeah.
Especially on the drug squad side. I think we need to have avenues to actually help.
Yeah.
Like he was saying, all we are presented with is it's if you do this, you're going to jail. If you do this, these are the problems. If you do this, this is that X, Y, and Z. Instead of bringing a solution.
The root causes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I mean that aspect is already there. We need the other aspect that we need is solutions, like institutions that are actually there to help some of these kids. And it's rampant.
Yeah. And when you look at this, the root causes, sometimes we fail to understand it's not just someone who is readily just to abuse drugs. The environment. How early the individual has exposed, or someone, even the family, is like a normal thing, Even I was in that state where your uncles or some close family can send you, and they don't even care whether you are a female or a young individual who could get exposed to these drugs. You are sent. So if you don't have that tough, parent who is there for you, who is not accepting for you to expose that child to go and buy these drugs for them, some people, it's true that they become exposed and become drug addicts because of the environment and the home. They normalize things. You can see as a young boy is sent, go and buy a cigarette for me. And all those things, it becomes a habit. So it's something that is not just peer groups or the community, it's from the family itself. So it's taken like something very light. But young people, they started this from the home. And genetic also is likely, according to studies, that if your parents or at home, they are drug abusers, likely the siblings, individuals like your children, they can become drug addicts as well. So it's not that something that we bump out of the society and then we claim that it's society peer groups. It's from the family and genetics as well.
Bro, we lack 2 major securities, which is government security and parental security.
Of course.
And these are measures. When they lack, you have a failed nation, bro.
There you go.
You have a failed nation, bro.
Agreed. I completely agree with you.
So the parents will not tempt you by inserting being patient and the word of being patient in you. The government will not insert the how to call it the other means and ways to be avoided into what they will be calling and labeled into felony that you will be having, to do terms and time. You get me? So it's just heart with no consideration and explanation or enlightening, you get me, or enlightenment to a specific act you're doing or a specific issue they want to address or enlighten to.
Another aspect that which you are involved in, which is the music industry, it has normalized the use of drugs. It has actually make it feel cool. It sounds cool, to be a drug user. You listen to the lyrics, some of the lyrics. It's almost like saying, understand, like "Gow." How am I feel? Like some of these lyrics that are not helpful.
Man, don't go a lot even into that. I can assure that, and I can put you to rest that we are very lucky with the Gambian audience and the Gambian listener not to be believing in music or musical releases and all that, to be acting on them.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
You get me?
But
Because,
then again, another thing, Monica, if you're saying people should be rest assured, you need to realize, right? Music is a very powerful tool.
Yeah.
It has a strong influence, and there's a statement that said you are what you consume.
Yeah.
And if all you're consuming is,
It's bad.
it's bad lyrics, profanity.
Yeah, this is the reason I preface. I said we are very lucky of not having that kind of population or audience that is 100% believing in that.
So you don't think
So,
there's an effect?
For instance, there will be an effect when there is no act towards it. You get me? Like the sample is like, girl. You get me? Even the innocent right now knows what's gal. Knows what gal does. You get me? So you being in that gal, or you the gal one, you know what I mean? And you're the gal rapper or the gal promoter, been promoting gal to the innocent listener. Whose fault it is when the gal get to the innocent listener? Because you all got 50-50.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the point that I'm trying
So
to...
why not you the gawa to the boy, or the youth listening to the gal listener, telling me, hey, me I take gal. If you take gal, this is how you do. This is how you be. This is how you put it on the table. Bro, nobody want to choose the wrong one or the bad one. It's not acknowledgement. Educating them. This is what I'm saying. Me, I'm using this music to just stabilize myself into whatsoever good I want. But I'm bigger than this music. Me, I should be going to schools, class by class, talking to these kids, capitalizing on the momentum and taking advantage on their attention given to me. You know what I mean? Dealing with them, talk to them. You can be with One Pac, but this is the journey of One Pac. They are the kid or the audience listener will take the best and leave the rest out of One Pac.
Yeah.
Because you want to end like One Pac. You want to have a nice woman. You want to have a good population that anywhere you come out, people will say One Pac. So fi on there, because one kuy ut friend, legi muy choose. Kan moy neka friend na mag anandoa. Me even going with people before, bro. Huh? Then I guess you move. Legi ñuy ngunu how ma kan la moy top. Man daj na si yoyu yep.
I know.
fen jëna ay ticket dem si ay club ñu delloo ma suma baax no problem yi demal no comme I was condemned bro.
Like you created fear in the eyes of people.
This is what I'm saying, which I'm not even. Te yeguma ko tamit, you get me? That feeling is very dangerous, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm having that feeling or felt like those feelings, till I'm out of it. I'm trying to, manage the rest, Bro, I can talk to kids and they listen to me. Thank God they love me, bro. Even sen kir. Yin sa sen kir. Hamna hale bu fay nega. Daf may overrate. Yeah, I understand my way. I'm not a chance of talking to that one. Mu may deglu more than yow nim lay deglu. Because I'm not look of freak man. Why nekuta man every day.
That's a connection.
This is it, bro.
That's a connection.
Yeah.
So, but they're not smart.
So,
you know.
Gan, I want to comment on his point about the lyrics. Yeah, maybe through his mindset. But what we are saying here is like how you take it. Maybe you are up to that point of understanding the lyrics, not taking and then implement them. But when you look at the youths, how this music artists behave on stage and saying that "gao,"
they're doing it.
It's like creating fear, like taking like that autonomy of people in the society to fear you. And the kids are so innocent.
They are doing it.
They will want to be like you, like to take that gao and feel like powerful.
They
and
think
be
that
feared
gao
in
is
society.
making you like that.
So this is it.
So me-
it's
that
really
is
like
the
me.
point that I was trying to
Types
Thank
like
you.
me.
Yes.
that I was trying to push
that gao
towards
and
him.
see how they behave in the
Types like
stages.
me, types
you
like
know?
me have to
Yeah.
run and cover up them, tell them, hey,
Yeah.
he is lying. That gal don't do that. That gal, if you touch
see.
it, this is what it will make you a prostitute if you are a woman. If you make it will make you a thief when you are a youth, a male child. It will lead you to your demise to prisons.
I
If
wish-
you don't, you tell them raw.
I
This is
wish
what
there
it
are
does.
people who are ready to take that responsibility.
Exactly, and,
Yes.
and that is the point. Gis na kilum nekk di wax point boo laa la nekk di try pour
Yeah.
pour xelal. Gis naa xale dafa kumpa. Xale su déggee dara dina ko bëgg a try.
Of course.
ñun xale leen ñun nekkoon nañ xale. Understand nga? We can at least remember. am na yeneen things yu nangi suñ koto yi di def wala suñ
Yeah.
broda yi di def. Understand nga wala suñ koto yi di wax. ñu tam ñu bëgg a experiment pour xam.
Yes.
Understand nga? So loolu laa la nekk di try pour explain la words are powerful. And moreover, music is more powerful. So if you're making drugs seem cool and you need it to be cool, dama si club si. Léegi boy duñ dee mën a dem club soba.
Bro,
Look at that.
we need interceptors to those cruel messages that the youth might be absorbing or the undefiled brain would be absorbing. You get me?
And unfortunately, it's my biggest problem with the music industry is the music industry empowers bad behavior and bad music. Music industry be low labuga because lolo mo dey jay.
That's our Gambian population.
That's just a global.
Yeah.
Actually,
It's-
that's
I
a
think
why-
it's worldwide.
it's a global phenomenon.
No. So gisee man ñun suñ boss fii. Ko dama ko joojee ñun suñ reaction onto things. Fii to be viral you have to create or produce bad.
Yeah.
If you're doing good, man, you will not be viral.
And that's
This is
my,
it.
That's
So
my problem.
loolu
Yeah.
fii la nekk Gambia.
Wow.
Yeah, you understand from my way. So there is a lot of fight
Yeah.
that one has to fight to bring all this in order.
Yeah.
ñun dañ koy waxaat ko rek waaye ñu war a jàppale ñu ñooy dégga xam ne lu ñu war a def carrément ne ñoom ñoo si teg tànka ba tey defut nii soo ko waxee ñu ne dafa réew di things are not going cool. The youths are not happy, the people are not happy, even the genes are not happy, the devils are not happy, even Satan is not happy because we overdo more than him. Satan set up the whole in film. Hey, but they get digger. You satanic. They are happy with us because we're not happy with ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah. I am with you. And come somewhere as you connect as a music industry, you should have a sense of responsibility, especially if you have a crowd. So the kind of content that you're putting out there, at the back of your mind, ne sa voice dafa powerful.
Me the one is that sometimes I lose it.
See?
You understand?
Exactly.
Sometimes I lose it.
Yeah.
But whenever I get those chances, it's behind my wife or behind my counsel.
Yeah.
That's how I should be counseling.
Yeah. Spread as much positivity
You
man, as
understand
you
my
can.
way? So it's crazy, but we all nice people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So it's so sweet.
I just want to segue into another topic quick, so we can maybe allow the listeners to ask a few questions while you're around. This is completely moving away from the drug abuse and the effects. It's the current issue that is happening in the country regarding FGM. Social media is on fire right now because they're trying to repeal a law that was passed in 2015 that illegalized the practice of FGM. But there are certain individuals that want to remove that law and make it to be allowed. What is your take on that?
My take on that, first I will judge myself with my faith. You get me? My faith of religion, I will judge myself with. Whether it is halal or haram. You understand what I'm saying? If it is halal in my faith, it's not haram. And whether it is compulsory or not, required by my faith. If it is not, we're doing it for an additional reward or benefit from our faith and what we believe in our head that we should be doing it, man, you do it if you want to do it. But don't do it if you don't want to do it. When it has no, doing it and not doing it has no harm in your faith. Because why I say I will base it on my faith, I know little about my deen. Because I don't know much about my deen. You get me? So talking on behalf of that is very sensitive. And what they said, it add onto woman or demise on a woman, reduce on a woman. Me, I don't know. I don't understand. But at the end of the day, if they have to stop it, if it is illegal, godly, and worldly, they have to stop it. Godly and worldly.
So there's two parts here. The religious aspect of the practice of FGM is not clear.
Into my argument.
There's certain blind areas where the religion did not you cannot find the practice of FGM in the Quran in the first place. It's not there.
Okay.
The practice is, according to some hadith, which also has been recognized as weak hadith, meaning it does not.
Long story short, anything is not approved by the Quran is haram.
And then the other aspect is this: medically speaking, there's enough data to show the harms it causes to women that has undergone.
Which I'm aware of. Those harms are this transmitted diseases or transmitting of
or even giving birth.
Health risk.
There's a lot of health risk related to it. You as One Pac, who is influential now, what is your take on that?
Anything that is not Quran in my faith is haram. It's not welcoming to me. Anything God is not pleased with, my religion is not pleased with, I'm not with it. You understand? But this FGM thing, we born and finds it here. You get me? I would know if I am right, I don't care. Or if I know what I'm saying, I don't care to have unnecessary enemies based on truth. You get me? But I will worry too much to have unnecessary enemies, acknowledging that what I'm saying will lead me to that. And knowing what I'm saying is wrong. You get me? If they deem it fit, in our health is a risk, they have to stop it. You understand? 2, if they deem it fit, your religion don't accept it, and you have a different faith and belief than mine, I don't have to force you. You don't even have to allow me to talk to you about it. You get me? Yeah? And if at all is a weak hadith, is not authentic or strong, and is not halal mentioned in my Quran, my holy book, wallahi bro, you're just doing what you want, or I'm not doing what you want, you got to do. You get me? But it has to be controlled. You understand? And it has a system that our great grandparents were using and were doing it, or the way they're doing it. You know, what changes till it brings all this big noise at this last generation of it? Because what will be done about it and what has been done with it is more than what will be doing with it about it in this present. You get me? But these are things which are religiously connected. You get me? When giving your opinion to it, you have to acknowledge and stand firm onto giving what you are presenting, or you have to know the kind of evidence you are putting on table. So for that part, wallahi, long story short, what I can say, I've acknowledged that is a weak hadith from you. I'm from you, weak hadith. We all know what is a weak hadith. I mean, if you are a Muslim, it's not authentic. It's not even guaranteed, and it's not in the Quran, as you said. Anywhere in the Quran, anything like that. In addition to our worldly acknowledgements, that is a risk of health. You know what I mean? Or your health can be in a jeopardy. You know what I mean? By practicing such act, you have 3 wrongs. Obviously, bro, it's wrong. But for me, this is where my stand ends, and this is what I got to say. When it's wrong in the eyes of Allah, and we have is a weak hadith of its practice, doing it, not doing it, it will not give you problem with Allah, and will not give you a problem with your health. Wallahi, leave it or do it.
Yeah, because the reason why I'm asking you this, you said you're a father now. You have a daughter.
Yeah.
And as a father, what you want is you want the best for your kids.
Yes.
And you don't want what's harmful in society to be there.
For me, then if it comes to my child, I will inquire whether doing it with her or not doing it with her is in her advantage or not, both health-wise or
There's no evidence there's anything beneficial for it.
This is it. So that doubt of not acknowledging, this is what I have to get up and search for till I have the right answer to this question, and implement it on my daughter. But I will not put my daughter into no risk in the name of wanting to please group A or group B. I don't know whether you understand. Anything pertaining to my daughter that I'll be doing, or myself, how I'm doing it is like I have to be active. Go and find out till I get the right source from my religion. Whether if I do this to my daughter, you get me, I will have sin or not. If I had that right answer from my faith, my religion, I go to the medical side too. You understand? If I have the answers that I'm asking or looking for, then I'll come and put it on the table, whether it worth my daughter or not. But I know when my dean said no to this, when my religion say yes to it, I will do it. But when my religion says no to it, I will not do it. And if I don't find it anywhere authentic that it's worth doing, I will not do it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for now, this is where I am, and I'm with my faith. If at all is a command from God, man, we have to execute it. If it's not a command from God,
it's not.
It's not.
It's not in the Quran anyway.
It's not in the Quran, man. You are built to make choices, man.
And the women that have undergone this, they're complaining that it's harmful to them. They're having so many health issues that there's nothing anyone can do about it anymore? Like issues where you cannot repair.
But you said that you had any problem. I'm a my dumb boy, my daughter boy. You see, another problem comes. You young man, you have highlighted another useful information that I'm not even thinking of. I'm not even considering, boy.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I'm thinking of my daughter, like it's like I'm seeing it in my mirage.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? I'm seeing my daughter, I'm feeling my daughter, how she is. You know what I mean? I'm seeing her, man. So but I have no clue onto this debate, and you know what I mean? These are things all or 80% of our female or the girl child of this nation had to go through. Either you like it or not. You get me? So what's my take and how would I execute that or prevent it with my daughter? You get me? What are the reasons that should encourage me or discourage me? You get me? What are the answers and what are the questions and who are the people or the ones that are at the best position of answering these questions to me? So it's another homework, bro.
You have to do it.
Yeah, and from now I'm on it.
The fact that you have children, you have a responsibility bigger than just raising them.
One Pac it's crazy.
Amie, what's your take on the current issue with the?
Yes, FGM is a wide topic. At the same time sensitive to talk about.
I need some snacks.
Yes, and people do not really want to discuss about FGM. Like the name implies, female genital mutilation, which is it's just up to that level of not even wanting to experience. So upon growing in a society, like let's say the Gambian society, we are meant to believe that a woman, to reach that womanhood, you need to go through FGM. Because if not, the consequences are so huge that you will not be part of a particular group of women who do not go through the process of FGM. So this even remind me of a workshop I attended at the university like years ago. I still communicate to these two ladies who got married. So after the workshop, we are meant to understand how harmful it is, like a set of videos and all that. And after the workshop, because I was so active talking about the harmful effect and how someone experienced the trauma after that. So these two ladies approached me, and you wouldn't believe what they told me. And these two ladies got married. The other one approached me and said, Amie Kolleh, do you know that I don't even have pleasure with my husband? It's not something it's something serious. I'm still communicating with her. And she said to me, this is really a problem for me. No matter what my husband does to me, I don't feel nothing. It's like they've taken me. They've taken half of me. I don't have feelings just like that. And if you look at these two ladies, you'll know that they are so traumatized and they are still living with these consequences. I don't know how in that state would someone like that they will even fear to have sex. They are not even ready for it. And unfortunately also, they have husbands that are not even here. And for that long duration of not even having an intimacy is another problem on top of the other. Because you as even a normal person, like being absent for sexual, intimacy for a long time, and you got to have that, is even another problem. It's like a virgin that is just yet to be this virgin. I'm sorry about the language, but I need to, clear about that. And also another belief that they put in our mind is that during child labor, it's easy for you to give birth. And through that workshop I attended, it makes me also believe in the other side of the story, that it gives you complications. And it's really a wrong mindset that we grown up on, that when you go through FGM, it gives you like a sense of pleasure, an additional pleasure to you, like womanhood, and it helps you to control your sexual desires, which I kind of have a doubt for me, it depends on how individual homes holds themselves.
Yeah.
But the consequences that FGM has created, you will hear the noises that nobody had. But people are crying that goes through FGM. It's really painful. And it's like a post-traumatic stress that people are going. Some people are not even ready to have sex right now because they even feel that pain could even, it's still in them. It's like they're still remembering the cries, the pains that they go through FGM process. It's something that not really talked about in society because it's embedded in religion aspect that we need to go through it. And there is no way that you can say this is the hadith that said it. It's just, I'm just clueless about it when it comes to religion. So all these traditional things that we go through our society is harming the girl child. And it's all embedded for the name of religion, So it's something that really huge. It's a topic, debatable one that will never finish. The girl child is crying. And you are forced to do it. They are not gonna wait for you to be at that stage to make your decision whether to do it or not. And if you are not doing it, you will be classified in a particular group of women. You are given insult, bullies, like you are not neat, you are not clean. All those things, the girl child that doesn't go through FGM is hearing those things, and that is traumatizing. So it's something that very sensitive. People are afraid to talk about in society. So it's something that is debatable. We need to talk about it. Yeah.
So One Pac from a woman, from an expert, from someone that has spoken to people that have gone through it, and we don't need to look far anymore. Unfortunately,
as she said, is talk about what you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have to go through these religious aspects and queries and find out and get good clues of what you talked about because it's sensitive.
Yeah,
of course.
It's based on religious but
we have a divided nation on this particular issue.
Yeah.
But again, at the end of the day, all we can do is just spread as much awareness, and also just try to get as much credible information as possible. One of the things that I see that's happening currently is we just keep going back and forth, which is not helping, right? But I guess if experts are actually willing to come on platforms like this, medical experts, and in the beginning it might be difficult, but it wouldn't hurt
get used to it.
To just keep talking about it, talk about the harmful side effects of it. So thank you guys very much for joining us. This has been a very insightful, interesting conversation.